Say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes shine bright stars through the perilous blight? O'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the Rockies red glare, the bombs bursting in air gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Please be seated. And thank you, U.S. Customs and Border Patrol Honor Guard and Monica Knight.
Honor to be able to share with them some of the programs and some of the services that we have that they've earned by virtue of their service to our country. They literally gave their yesterdays for our todays. And we wanted this to be an event where they were not only here, but also their family members, those that were there supporting them while they're away, and those are here for them now that they're back home. I'd like to go ahead at this point in time and recognize Congressman Gabby Giffords, who's on the bus. Gabby, have you with us here? Thank you for being, and we'll hear from her a little bit in just a few more minutes. I have the best assignment today, and that is to be able to introduce to you our keynote speaker, one of our nation's heroes, Mr. Javier Alvarez. Mr. Alvarez was raised in the San Fernando Valley, moved to Florida after high school, where he there joined the Marine Corps in 2001. He served 3 combat deployments. His first deployment was with the 15th Marine Expeditionary Unit, and was one of the first units into Iraq. His second deployment was with the 13th Marine Expeditionary Unit, where he received a Navy Attachment Medal with Valor. And his third deployment was to Iraq near the Syrian border, when he was severely injured on November 15, 2005. He received the Silver Star for his actions during this deployment. He was medically evacuated to Germany, and then to the National Naval Medical Center, and then to Brooke Army Medical Center, where he was medically retired in 2009. He moved to Tucson to be with his wife, Rebecca, and they just had their first child, Javier Jr., who's 8 months old. And both of them are here today, too, so let's give them a hand, too. Please stand. Mom, Javier Jr., come on. This is our supporting cast. Thank you. Currently, Javier is enrolled at the University of Arizona in the College of Architecture and Landscape. Pleased to have him here today, and pleased to hear from him and to share with us some of his experiences. It's an honor again to have Javier with us, one of our nation's heroes. Javier?
Syrian border where we became part of the Operation Steel Curtain. That mission consisted of us going from house to house, city to city, clearing it from insurgents to get all the bad people out. We went through about 2 or 3 cities till I got to New Ubaidi, Iraq. We had finished clearing the city on November 15th and went firm that night. The next morning we proceeded our mission, which was to clear out the remainder of the farmlands of the area. We knew that the insurgents were moving a certain way, which was the direction we were moving. I was tasked with tank security as a squad leader. I was assigned to provide security for the tanks. And that morning, tanks ended up at a certain spot, which was the location of where the conflict was happening. At that point, I knew when we were following tanks, we would start to receive fire. We took cover. My squad took cover. We returned fire on the enemy. At one point, the section leader, fairly efficiently, my first task, I picked up an egg, a raw egg, and was able to crack it on a dish without crushing it. And I learned how to write with my left hand, because I was right-hand dominant. So I learned how to write with my left hand and draw. I came here because of my wife, and attended the University of Arizona, where I applied to architecture and luckily was accepted in. So right now I'm currently a 3rd-year student at a 5-year program, making my way through. There has been some struggles, and I'll tell you some of my, looking back on it, pretty funny because we sit there and laugh at it. But one of my struggles, for example, was when I was walking in a shopping center with my wife, and kids are usually, curious about the prosthetic, and they're looking, and so I had this little girl that was looking at me, and she was just staring and staring, and I was like, looking down at her, and she was just staring at me. And so finally I looked down at my prosthetic, and I realized that the hand had come off, so it was just hanging by wires. So she was probably like, oh my God, there's robots out there, So that was pretty funny. The second time was when we were at a club out here, at a dance floor. We were, dancing, and all of a sudden my whole prosthetic slides off and it rolls off in the dance floor. So that was pretty embarrassing but interesting moment. I've also had a lot of help. Like I said, there's no way I could do this without my wife, without the VA, and without the resources here at school. And I heard it time after time again that the VA here is one of the best in the country. This is one of the best schools in the country. So my advice for the veterans that are coming back is to look out and be proactive and reach out for those sources, because they're there for you. Once again, the VA has done an extraordinary job of taking care of me. I couldn't ask for anything more. They're always there for anything I do, and I do a lot of bad stuff, break prosthetics all the time. So they're always there to take care of me. The school is there to make sure I'm being taken care of. If I have trouble or difficulty with exams or the time that I have to take an exam, they're there. The resources are here. So please take advantage of them. And I thank you guys for coming out here and supporting one another. That's about it.